I can honestly say that I've never held anything remotely close to the value of what I'm going to hold up for you right now. This is the real deal, folks. This is Action Comics, and I'm shaking. This is Action Comics #1, 1938, sold for $1.5 million, beating the previous record of $1 million that was actually set just weeks earlier. I am going to very gently set this book down and talk more about the auction and comic books. Joining us now is Vincent Cerzolo. He is Chief Operating Officer of MetropolisComics.com, also ComicConnect.com, which is the online auction place which successfully sold this very fine, 8.5 rated, very expensive Action Comics. First off, congratulations on the sale.
Thank you.
We just talked about housing and how the prices have come down, and there's a lot of, everyone's looking around for things of value these days, right?
Yeah.
Bonds aren't giving anything. Stocks, good run, but now they've been flat a little bit. Is this a real asset class for everyday investors?
Absolutely. The thing that's great about comic books is you don't have to have $1.5 million to invest in a comic book. On our site, ComicConnect.com, you can buy books from $50 all the way up to tens of thousands of dollars, thousands of dollars, tens of thousands, all the way up. So there's a comic book, an investment-grade comic book for every budget. You just have to find what you like.
And know what will have more value. Just because you buy an old comic book doesn't mean it's going to be worth more than it is today.
You're absolutely right, but I will say this. If you look at the trends for over the last 40 years, comic books have continuously gone up in value. Now, that's not saying every comic book. That's saying high-end, valuable, key comic books with first appearances of characters have gone up tremendously.
And they have to be in good shape. I mean, if you've got something under your brother's bed or something that's a ripped cover, somebody signed their name, it's probably not going to have a lot of it.
In general, once again, you're absolutely right.
I might have a comic book collection at home, but that won't be said on air.
But just to give you an exception to the rule, here's a comic book that just came up for sale in our event auction on ComicConnect.com that started last Friday. Before we made our $1 million sale and before we made this sale, our pre-auction estimates on this comic book were $150 grand. Now this is a 3.0. This is an 8.5.
That's the same Action Comics first appearance of Superman.
Yes, you can see if you get a close-up of them, you can see there's a big difference between the conditions of the books.
Color, condition, everything.
Right. Now this book is already up to 4 days into the auction, already up to $158,000.
More than expected.
More than expected.
Because this one,
I think it has something
lifted all boats.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's been really exciting.
Who are the buyers? Are these people that are saying, I'm not making any money place else, or are these die-hard comic people?
A combination of both. There are people who love comic books, especially Superman, and there are also people who realize that there's a value here. You have to take into consideration, look, about a month and a half ago, there was a statue that sold, Giacometti's Walking Man. Beautiful bronze, absolutely spectacular piece, $104.3 million. I bet you if you stood on a street corner in Manhattan and showed up a picture of that statue to 100 people, maybe 3 people would know it. You show Superman, people who don't even collect comic books, they're going to know this. To me, this is the comic books are coming into their own.
We got to leave it there, but awesome stuff. Thanks for bringing them in. Vincent Cerzolo, ComicConnect.com. Thank you.